Okay, everyone. So today we're looking at types of interactions that occur in ecosystems. We're looking here at biotic species interacting with other biotic species. There's four main types of species interactions. There's actually a fifth one as well that we're going to add in at the end. That's called competition. Okay, so we're going to look at mutualism, commensalism, parasitism, predation, and competition. This one is also sometimes referred to as predator-prey. It's the same, it means the same thing. Okay, so species interaction. So the first one is mutualism. So mutualism is where you have two different organisms that are living in the same area that benefit one another. So both have a positive outcome. So this is like species one, species two. So here you have a mutual positive relationship. So they're both getting something out of it. For example, the sea anemone protects the clownfish. So it's protecting the clownfish from different predators. And the clownfish brings different scraps of food to the sea anemone, which also then lures in larger fish to the anemone's tentacles, which is the relationship that Finding Nemo, not Finding Nemo, but Marlin and Nemo have with their home. If you remember, they live in a sea anemone. So what's happening here is the clownfish is getting protection, and because the clownfish has small pieces of food there, the anemone gets larger food that happen to come to get that small scrap. So it's a win-win situation. Commensalism is where you have, again, two different species. One species is actually having a benefit and the other is not affected. So I have here, one of them is positive and one of them is basically a zero. They don't mind either way. So an example here is we have a large tree that has a bunch of vines and moss and plants that are on the trunks of the tree. So the big tree actually, it doesn't really impact them if there's a vine on the trunk or a moss on the trunk. But the vine and moss have a benefit because it has somewhere that they can grow, right? So the tree doesn't mind, and the smaller species, the vines and the moss, have somewhere that they can latch onto and grow. So it's a win and neutral or nothing. So parasitism is where you have one species that is the parasite and another species that is the host. Okay, so the host is being harmed. So this is a positive relationship for one and a negative or harmful one to the other. So parasites actually, contrary to popular belief, a lot of people believe that parasites want to kill the host species. And actually that's not true. Parasites want to keep the host alive. So it's keeping the host alive, but it is slowly taking nutrients and other things away from them. So for example, a leech will latch onto a living thing and start sucking its blood. Now, it's not going to take away enough blood that it actually will kill the species, but it's still causing a lot of harm. A tapeworm is another type of parasite. So a tapeworm will live inside of a host or another living thing and basically continuously take nutrients away from the food that they are eating. Now, typically parasites are found in water that has not been treated properly. So parasites are very common in countries where their water purification system is not the greatest. Okay, so that's what's happening here. But of course, parasites happen in other ways as well. Different, doesn't have to always be inside of a human, right? For example, a lot of dogs and cats, different pets, they can develop roundworms or heartworm. And that's a parasite that can enter into their system as well. So one is benefiting, right? The parasite is benefiting because it's getting nutrients. And then one of them is being harmed. So then we have predation or predator-prey relationships. So this is not where you're really harming the other species, but the species is dead. So one organism, which is the predator, is getting the benefit of having food from the prey. And the prey, of course, is not doing so well. because it's going to obviously die. So the predator will kill its prey and essentially eat them. That's the circle of life. This is what's happening out in the wild, right? So the lion's not going to go to, not going to Uber Eats in some food. It has to go out and hunt and get its own food out in the wild. Okay, so the last one that is not really in this note, which is competition. So this is where you have two species that are competing for something. Now, the competition can be about many different things. It can be over habitat space. It can be over maybe mating and mates. It can be over food, resources. But usually there's a competition for some sort of limited resource. Okay. Now, competition is really a lose-lose situation. So usually when you have competition, let's say there is a food source. So we have two different species that are eating the same food, and the food is slowly running out. So eventually what happens is the species that is the fitter organism, so maybe the one that eats the food fastest or can find it the best, usually that they will remain in that ecosystem. But unfortunately, the one that is not the fittest, you may have heard of that term, survival of the fittest, usually one of them will either have to move to a different ecosystem or a different area, or they get killed off. Okay, but really competition is not good for any species, because you don't want to be competing with species for, especially for the food that you're eating. Because of course, a species will die no matter what side that it's on. It's not great for anybody. All right, so those are species interactions.